Great.
Yeah, it's all for a great cause. St Roch's Centenary game, as well as raising money for wee Jamie Tierney as well. Jamie, for a good while now, we've done plenty of initiatives. The Sell the Jerseys initiative has received a roaring response. We've had plenty of people going to donate jerseys, and thank you again for coming along and donating and providing some of your jerseys to give to wee Jamie. But we've got plenty of people in action today. We've got music stars, we've got actors, and we've got footballing heroes as well. Some of them are a bit past my time, a bit before my time, but I've got.
I'll keep you right. I'll keep you right.
Jamie will keep me right. I've got Scott McDonald. I saw him when I was walking at the ground. He still looks in really good shape. I don't think he stopped his playing career until a few years ago. He's gone into management now. You think he could be one of the danger men today?
I would think so. Yeah, I think when you've played football at a level, you I guess there's like a pride. You want to be able to stay fit and available for selection, whether it's five-a-sides or games like this. You want to be able to take that opportunity because you miss the actual playing days so much. I mean, obviously, you and I will never have that experience, but like I can only imagine if you've been a footballer and like you've had that taste of it for 10, 15 years of your life. For the rest of your life, you're going to want to take every opportunity possible, and whether it's a game like this today, which is incredibly special, and it should have been 3 years ago, as we know, but for the pandemic, and then or if it's at Celtic Park for a Henry Larsson game or a Lubo game or something like that, you just want to be able to go out there and at least show that you've still got a modicum of talent.
It's good for a lot of the older players as well who've got kids now, grandkids who might not have been alive or might not have been able to go to the games when they were playing. They'll be able to get to see them on the Celtic shirt for the first time.
No, totally. That's what Paul was saying earlier on, that the guest list requests for this game were substantial, given the exactly that. People's grandkids didn't get a chance to see their granddads playing for Celtic, and this is an opportunity. So hopefully everybody's managed to get in who wants to be here. I know that probably could have been sold out 2 or 3 times over, but the next best thing, a live stream, possibly with us pair contributing what we can for the day and for the game. But it's great to be here.
Well, I mentioned a lot of the players on that Celtic select team, their playing days would have been long behind them.
Yeah.
But this St Roch's team, they've been playing week in, week out. They've played about 9, 10, 11 games this season in the West of Scotland First Division. Do you think if anything is going to give the teams an advantage, it will be St Roch's, and being that they are up to fitness, they've got the match sharpness?
Well, that and the fact that Paul let loose on a few of the late night antics of some of the Celtic team last night. So perhaps that gives
not naming names.
No, not naming names, but perhaps that gives the home side an advantage, a distinct advantage. But it's their ground. It's their hunting ground, so they know what to do here. And I think as well as for them, obviously they're not playing an elite Celtic side at the peak of the peak of their powers, but they're playing a team that's got Celtic on the badge, and that would still get me up for any game if I was playing in it myself.
I don't think they're going to be playing any free flowing Ange ball. Rodgers.
You never know. You never know.
But I think it'll be the individual quality for the select that will shine for. There's players that have been there, played at the top level. We mentioned Scott McDonald earlier. He's scored in massive European games, late goal against AC Milan.
Yeah.
He's the one that stands out. I remember that one of my first Celtic DVDs I got was the season Strachan won his 3rd title in a row.
Nice.
And that was one of the standout moments for that.
I remember. Well, I was there. Yeah.
But if it wasn't the individual quality that would inspire them, perhaps it would be having Elizabeth Lyon, John Clark in the coaching dugout.
I know.
If anything's going to give you the kick to push you on, surely it would be his presence.
Absolutely. I mean, there's not many players that can say that they've had that experience, and whether you're a recently retired player or a player that played for Celtic back in the early 90s, like Pat McGinley or Paul Byrne or Andy Payton, everyone knows who John Clark is and what he means to the club. So to have him in the dugout is amazing, really. It's just looking around the rest of the team as well. It's guys like Joe Miller as well, absolute hero. Joe Miller scored in the Scottish Cup final in '89. I mean, it was a huge deal back then to stop Rangers winning that treble. And at the beginning of the dark times for Celtic, Joe Miller was a great signing.
You've got to think, we mentioned some of the players, they might not be in the greatest shape possible. They've been enjoying following their playing careers, but some of the players are in phenomenal shape. I saw John Yogi Hughes when the players were congregating before the game. He looks in fantastic shape. You think there'll be a lot of surprise fitnesses with those players?
Well, like I said, there's just a pride there. It's like when I was looking at those pictures in the scrapbook, you've seen these guys in their prime, playing for Celtic when they were at the top of their game, and they obviously have those memories as well. So they, don't want to let that sort of fitness or that sort of stature slide. And again, for opportunities like this to come out and get to play in front of a sold out crowd on a pretty special occasion. So, you'd like to think that they'll grasp that opportunity today.
And it's not just some of the footballing heroes, idols, the players we watched when we were younger. They've got music stars as well.
Yeah.
I was a bit starstruck when I saw James Allen at Glass Vegas in front of me. I grew up listening to Glass Vegas. You've got Saul Davies, the James there as well. You've got Bems, who's done lots of modelling for Celtic for I think it was the new third kit that he'd done modelling for. Do you think any of those players could spring any surprises of has James Allen got a hidden footballing talent we don't know about?
Well, he used to play. He used to play for
my home team, actually, still in Albion. He used to play for them.
Right.
Do you think he'll be maybe sort of winding it back? Bring it back to his good old days?
I was just speaking to his partner Molly, and she said he was a bit concerned that he's not played fives for a while. He's been on tour, so I think he's probably a bit concerned that he's maybe a wee bit behind everybody else. But as I said to her, the adrenaline will just take you through, and it's 90 minutes, potentially 45 minutes of your life. And you know as well as I do, if we were out there right now getting to wear the Celtic strip, we would be given everything, and adrenaline would probably carry us through.
Yeah, the ground is swiftly beginning to fill up. Everybody's packed out, and it's all for a good cause. But when the whistle goes, the players in the park will be wanting to get that win. James Allen mentioned he has played football. Queen's Park, still in Albion. I think East Fife is in there as well. But do we know much about Saul Davies' footballing ability? Has he got any hidden talents?
This is weird with Saul. The first ever guest list that I ever got for a gig when I was 18 was a guy I worked for at the Turfickin Inn in West Lothian, and Saul is friends with Jim, and Jim phoned Saul up one night when we were playing pool and just said, JP's coming to the James gig, and he was like, sell your tickets, we'll get you a guest list. So I haven't seen that guy since 1998 and I'm seeing him on a pitch.
Has he changed much?
I mean, he's got a decent head of hair now. Back then he had it absolutely shaved to the bone. I've got a picture with him at that time, and I think he plays five-a-sides, and he obviously has a soft spot for Celtic. Paul said the other day on the show, I didn't know this, but he used to come up and watch Celtic in the 90s and go into the jungle and stuff. So it's pretty cool. He has that Celtic connection, and obviously his band whether I know people don't like us talking about music, but James are an amazing band, and playing the Hydro next year. So there's that size of band.
You got along it?
Oh, 100%, yeah. I've seen them so many times since that night, but I never ever had the opportunity to meet Saul. So hopefully I'll get to say all right to him today and just be like, me. And he won't.
Well, see if you can jog his memory. It's a brilliant stadium we have in front of us. There's lots of great graffiti going around. You can see St Roch spray painted all over there. There's a brilliant mural of James McGrory over there because he started his playing career at St Roch's. And we all know his place in Celtic folklore is untenable. He's always going to be up there. I mean, that goal-scoring record and the loyalty as well to I think it was Arsenal with the Premier League team that were interested in him. Loyalty was a lot more stronger in football back then, but you don't really get it much nowadays.
I know. It's a record that you don't want to ever see broken, is it? Like the top goal scorer, 550 goals. Just don't want to see that being taken over by, I don't know, like an Erling Haaland or somebody like that. You know, it's one of these guys that, I mean, obviously a great footballer, but you want a record to remain within your club, and that's a special one, I think.
And the connection doesn't just come through James McGrory, it comes through the values and the principles of both the clubs as well. When you strip things back, you get rid of football, its teams just look to do good and promote good causes as well. Yeah, no, totally. And this, as soon as we arrived here today, it just like feels like a really good community club. And I don't know, the atmosphere does remind me of I said to you, St Pauli and the Millentor. It's got a bit of that vibe to it. And it's certainly somewhere I'd like to come back and watch a game again after this, because this is ashamedly my first
time here, and I'm standing on my microphone talking to you about to commentate on a game, which is so mental. But yeah,
we can see the players have been warming up with number 10 in memoriam of Bertie Auld, and they're going to come back out with number 7 on their jersey in honour of Jimmy Johnson. We wanted to speak about a couple of players in this Celtic select team. The first player I want to start with is Rudy Vata. I was hearing Paul tell me that he takes these games seriously. He doesn't see it as a charity game. He goes out there to win. When you play for a team like Celtic, you've got to be a winner. What sort of part do you think he will play, and what did you make of him in his time?
I remember him as a Celtic player, and I remember back then getting a foreign player was something really out of the ordinary. It wasn't. I mean, there's half the Celtic, well, 3/4 of the Celtic team now are from outside of Scotland. But back then, if you got a player that was exotic, getting somebody, an Albanian, or when Pierre came, like a Dutchman, it was just something you'd never really seen before as a wee guy. So Rudy Vata was a solid player for Celtic, and obviously his son now plays for Celtic as well, and seen him play for the B side a couple of times. And you can definitely tell there's something there. Obviously, at a different end of the pitch, but I would imagine if Paul said that, there's obviously some merit to it, that he does take it seriously, and I'm sure he'll take us. I already saw him walking around having a word with like different players, putting his arm around them and having like wee chats, and you're like, maybe he actually does take it this seriously if he's given the pep talk for the game.
He most definitely is going to be up for the occasion. Will Bobby Petter be up for the occasion as well? Footballer turned disc jockey.
Yeah,
going back to football again.
Seen him DJ. He was DJing backstage at Transmit. Oh. He was DJing there, yeah, just in the VIP section. I was working it a couple of years ago, and I actually walked by him, and I got starstruck. I stopped him and said, "All right," and I went, "I was at the Amsterdam Arena when you scored against Ajax in 2001," and he was just like, "Oh, great day, great night," and I was like, "Can I get a picture?" Absolutely, we guide Bobby Petter backstage at Transmit. There was all these other like big music stars walking around that I didn't really care about, but I cared about Bobby Petter because he absolutely rinsed Rangers in the 6-2 game, and I also played and scored against Ajax, which was massive. I mean, we don't get to see Celtic win away in Europe, and 20 years on, that's still the case. So you celebrate and remember your away victories in Europe, and he was part of that, massively part of it.
I remember, was the last away Champions League win, was that Anderlecht?
Game? Yeah. I was in the home end. No, I didn't even get to celebrate that because I was in the home end.
So was a partisan crowd there, Anderlecht?
I just didn't feel comfortable celebrating in a home team's end. I just think it's a bit, didn't have colours on, It was. My mate, on the other hand, he went
the same restraint.
He went for it, but no, I was a bit more. Had a bit more decorum. But yeah, no, it's Bobby Petter, big player for Celtic. His career turned around when Martin O'Neill came in. Obviously, was signed in the Barnes era, and then maybe was someone that was looking to maybe move on potentially. But just shows you Martin O'Neill did so much with the players that he got inherited, and Bobby Petter was one, and he just obviously had a word with him and put his arm around him and got a real good tune out of him in the time that he was there.
We'll see if Willie Hawkey and John Clark can get a tune out of Bobby Petter on this pitch. Andy Payton, you've mentioned him a few times in the broadcast already. I've got written down 15 goals in 36 games for Celtic. He continued that prolific form at playing for other clubs.
Yeah.
What did you make of him his time at Celtic? What you
scored?
Turned a big performance.
Scored in my first Old Firm game, March 1993, Celtic Park. Andy Payton and John Collins were the scorers. So I saw him run out to warm up, and I was just like, "Oh man, wow, that's Andy Payton!" Like, I properly idolised him. I mean, when you're a wee guy, anybody that's playing for Celtic that scores a goal, it doesn't matter. Obviously, you want to see them score against Rangers and in big European games, but I was just excited about seeing guys score against Hibs or Partick Thistle or whoever. It was just, they're wearing that jersey, and he was one of those guys. So it's really cool to see him playing the day. And I think it was in that game against Rangers, he ended up with a bandage on his head. There was like blood and chalk from the ground was all over his face. If you watch the highlights on YouTube, you see him by the end of that game. He looks like he's been 6 or 7 rounds with a heavyweight. But, I mean, it gave his all and clearly loved Celtic from the moment he arrived. A Northern Englishman with no skin in the game up here, just like immediately was like, wait a minute, this is a special football club. I suppose in the same way that kind of Matt O'Reilly has embraced it in present days.
You're mentioning the bandages. There have been many of that in recent memory. Celtic players wearing the bandage, a bit of blood. I'm thinking Chris Aya.
Jozo.
I can imagine Jozo Simunovic,
Yeah.
Cal McGregor with the
mask
as well, the Phantom of the Opera mask.
Yeah.
There's been plenty of players that were willing to put their body on the line for the jersey. Will they be willing to put their body on the line for the Celtic Select jersey today? We'll soon find out. Well, just staying on the topic of prolific forwards, I want to talk about Pat McGinley.
Oh, yeah.
Celtic's top scorer in 1993-94. Hoping to have a few more goals this weekend.
Wow. I mean, that accolade says a lot about where Celtic were in 93-94. That
how many goals did he score? Do you remember?
I couldn't tell you. My memory's okay, but it's not that great. But I just think that it's I think Pat McGinley was a kind of Chris Commons type player, like the guy that he did score goals. He contributed as well, but was a good player. Quiet guy. I've not seen anything of him in recent times. Like I saw that he was playing, I was like, wow, I don't think he's played in other games like this, to my knowledge, anyway. So this is the first time I've probably seen him since I was 14, 15, which is surreal. But no, I do remember him playing well for Celtic, and he must have been a good player because he was in my scrapbook where there was pictures cut out of Pat McGinley celebrating goals. So yeah.
Well, kick-off is fast approaching, around 5 minutes to go. We're going to take a quick break and then we'll return with all the action here at James McGorry Park. ringing around the ground. You Never Walk Alone is ringing around the ground, as is a round of applause as John Clark leads the players out. You can see not your usual hoops. It's a bit more similar to, was it last season's away top?
Yeah, I did make a comment about the strips clashing potentially. Thankfully, someone's thought of that.
See, there's Scott Fox, Axom's Jerry Taylor down there, donning the goalkeeper jersey.
Scott Fox actually looks a bit reminiscent of Scott Bain from a distance.
Yeah. Now for the showman's are Jerry down there.
Where is he?
For some reason, a fist to the camera.
Oh, right. I think there's going to be a musical moment just before kickoff here for anyone wondering on the lineup. Saul Davies of the band James is playing for Celtic. Warm welcome from the crowd.
Great ovation. Everyone in attendance are packed out James McGrory Park for this one. 1,000 in attendance, over 1,000 watching live. Thank you, everybody. Joining us.
The song that's being played right now, if you can't hear it too well on the stream, is Many Faces by James. And if you take a listen to it after the game, you'll maybe get a reason as to why it's being played. Okay, so oh, class. You seen the strip there, then?
It's a cracker, that one.
That's brilliant.
It's a top kit with some top players wearing that one.
Have we seen the starting lineups yet?
Starting lineups. I'm just going off those who are out there right now. It looks a bit more like
We've not been-
a bit more than 11.
We've not been handed a team
Offsides at the
sheet
moment.
yet.
No
That's
team sheet. This is all from the dome.
Cordial handshakes between the two sides.
As much as both teams will be wanting to win at the end of the day, it's all a bit of fun. It's all for a good cause.
It's quite weird seeing Tosh McKinley not in a pinstripe suit. Looking like a 50s gangster.
Every player wearing 10s and 7s makes it a bit hard to differentiate the Celtic select.
A wee bit, yeah.
I'm sure JP will keep you handy with the older faces.
I'll do my best. I'll certainly do my best. Scott McDonald's the secret weapon in that side, though. for sure.
Absolutely. His play days didn't finish until a few years ago. Managing in Australia now.
Who did he finish up with in Scotland? Was it Dundee
I
United?
think it was Dundee United.
Yeah.
That's the last team I remember. Sure, the live chat will let us know.
I did eventually forgive him for Fir Park. It was a hard one to do, but
I couldn't comprehend what I wanted for my dinner. Never mind what was happening with Celtic at that point.
oh my God!
I only ever knew the good times with Scotland.
Oh yeah, you should be grateful for that.
See Tommy Sheridan getting a light jog in his legs.
Tommy Sheridan will give everything to the cause today. There's no doubt about that.
That's a bit harsh on Jerry to be coming onto the bench. Yeah. Nothing from the start. I'm sure we'll see everybody.
Dubemi,
getting some
aka Bems,
in their legs.
There he is.
Bems coming onto the bench as well.
And Chick Charnley, amazing. The most famous Celtic player never to play for Celtic. Partick Thistle legend, but I mean, if he could have played for any club, it would.
That was my main shock when doing my notes ahead of the game.
They didn't play for Celtic. Yeah. Did you not know that?
No.
No, I didn't. I just. Well, obviously, you're aware of the his place in Celtic folklore when Larsson played a back pass shot to the keeper against Hibs, and Chick Charnley latched onto the back pass and scored. Headlines the next day: Larsson dread loss. Seriously, dread loss was the headline. I remember it, and he was written off as a new signing for
Wonder
Celtic.
what happened next.
Well, turned out all right, didn't it?
Some would say.
Aye. Tommy Johnson, scorer of the goal that clinched the league against St Mirren. I remember his celebration, put his hand over his mouth to celebrate because he was probably an unfashionable player to score a goal in that game. I think that was the latter stages of his Celtic career. I'm sure maybe even his last season, but always did a job when asked. John Clark refusing a handshake from Tommy Johnson. I think Paul said this before, but the stories that John Clark must have about his time at Celtic, he's never told. He's never got a book. There's no book for John Clark, but everything that he's seen and people that he's met, characters that he's met, like Tommy Johnson, of course.
There's Frank McAvenny.
No way.
Joining those in the dugout.
Yes.
I don't know if we can catch that on.
I think he's actually stopped playing. I think he would have played today, but I've heard he stopped playing because he's got a bad knee. So I saw him playing fives in a Celtic Rangers game at Scotstoun maybe about 5 years ago or something. But he's obviously decided to. Oh.
After a minute's applause, we're going to get ready to get the action underway. Who do you think the crowd are going to be favouring today? Do you think it is a home game for St Mark's, but plenty of folk will have showed up to see the Celtic select?
I think people are just looking to enjoy the occasion. I don't know if there'll be much needle to the game. Well, we say that now as we're about to kick off, but
we'll find out very soon how much bite there is on both sides.
Well, just looking at the way they started their huddle there, I think St Rochs are definitely up for this. No doubt about it. You would be, wouldn't you? I mean, you're playing against Celtic. The huddle, as started by Tony Mowbray, who would have played with some of those players, actually. Yeah, definitely. So, from what I can see, the Celtic team is Joe Miller, Bobby Pettit, Paul Byrne, Tommy Johnson, Andy Payton, Scott McDonald, Yogi Hughes, Rudy Vata, Scott Fox in goal. And a guest player, I think, playing at left back. Oh, Tosh McKinley as well. He was bending down to tie his laces. I missed him. Sorry, Tosh. Strong Celtic 11 to start the game.
Yeah, plentiful players who can try and impact this one, but we are going to get things underway with the Candy. Going to get things flying early on. Just easing their way into the game are the Roch. There's Dodsworth going forward for Thompson. Top scorer for that St.
By the way, Paul wasn't wrong about Yogi. He looks pretty lean.
Yeah, but to be a bit more than lean to try and stop this attack, which Celtic select do just that.
Oh, heavy touch by Tommy Johnson there.
And you can see the reception from the crowd. As the Celtic select look to get forward, here comes Bobby Pettit. I don't think we'll have much of a KJ start. Both teams will be eager to start in the front foot.
Scott McDonald.
There's Scott McDonald. Pettit.
Oh,
that one's misplaced, and they've got two men down, not one but two.
that's Paul Byrne trying to make them look bad there. Succeeded, if that was the intention. Absolute hospital ball missed by Joe Miller and Tommy Johnson.
I'll ask if there's going to be a bit of bite to this game. I think we're finding out it's going to be a good bit of fun here. Finding that out in the early stages. The Candy will be eager to get the job done on the day, though. Here's Slee. Inside for Daw. Unable to pick out his wide man, though.
Oh!
And a mishap from Scott Fox. I don't think he can let a lack of match shot slip into his game too much. I think he was still playing last year.
I think that's what Paul said, yeah.
It's going to be Daw to send that one in.
Ooh.
Yeah, he lining that one up. It was hammered by McGillian. That one's blocked.
Just to confirm, James, VAR's not in operation today?
No VAR
okay.
in operation today. Don't know if we have the facilities for that here.
Oh, poor pass from Andy Payton.
There, poor from Payton. And here comes Joseph Slee. Could he be lining one up, perhaps? Oh, he's hit the deck. Here's Vata.
Oh, wow.
That could be setting
I
Fox
would
up
not
for
be
some
giving a
trouble.
pass
He's
like that back to a keeper on this
hammered
surface.
that
No
one out
way.
the park.
Andy Payton,
pushing
touch.
forward here. Steadies himself.
Oh.
Perhaps set up for the shooting opportunity. And he's absolutely clattered the Roch defender.
Andy Payton
there.
looks dangerous.
Yeah, looks like got a couple of tricks up his sleeve. Peter stepping in well there. Slight looking to take some time on the ball here. McDonald for Payton. That's a heavy tackle, but he's come out with the ball nonetheless. You don't usually get any of these in a charity.
Rudy Battle, no prisoners.
No,
Absolutely no prisoners.
And it's safe hands from Fox. Nothing to trouble him too much. Better. See McKinley calls that one wide. Neat little shimmy there.
Yeah, he looks like he's got a bit of something about him as well.
Here's Vata.
You surely wouldn't want to be playing alongside these guys if you couldn't contribute. Nice.
Here's Payton. There was a disguised pass, but he was unable to find his man. Pointed for McDonald, opted for the other forward. Some neat play there from Dodsworth.
I find it kind of hard to be neutral here. It's still a Celtic team at the end of the day. I was just saying, I find it kind of hard to be neutral here because you're watching Celtic, so you kind of, how could you not be supporting Celtic?
A lovely
Touch for
cushioned
Tommy
header.
Jones.
Neat work from Payton. The quality shining through. Good work to step in there from Daw. And now Daw's going to receive it. Can he get away from this man? That's a brilliant
Yogi Hughes.
tackle.
Yogi Hughes
John
still
Hughes,
there.
we mentioned in the pre-match coverage, he was still in some good shape and put his body on the line there.
Yeah.
Here's Daw. Hangs that cross high in for the back post.
Oh.
And it's into the net. Great finish from Stephen Graham.
I think he may have injured himself in that.
I've hurt himself in the process.
Yeah.
Though. It was a lovely cross though.
It was.
Who's it that fails to meet his man at the back post?
Caught the Celtic defence napping there. As soon as that ball was played through, you had a feeling that it was going to result in danger. That
might be the key to success.
It just split. It split the Celtic defence.
Yeah, the defence run. And just like
1-0 to the Candy.
There's a bit more work for the Celtic select to do now.
Mm.
They've showed some positive signs in the final third. They haven't threatened the keeper completely yet, but enough to offer encouragement.
I'd say they need to get Scott McDonald into the game a bit more.
They're not going to get McDonald into the game playing like that.
Yogi Hughes shielding the ball out, using all that experience.
Some good work to retain the ball there from McGrillen. Is it back for Slee? There's Daw. Oh, that's some brilliant football off the
offside.
post from Thompson. The flag was up. In the end, Thompson, the Roch's top scorer this season, 11 goals in 12 games. I don't think games outside of competitive action will count towards that total, but they'll count for him.
Oh, I'd be counting them, don't worry.
Some nice work there, here's Payton.
Tommy Johnson, who was Tommy Burns' last signing at Celtic. Forgot that fact until it was.
I've forgotten the ball there. Here's Johnson.
There he goes.
That one's just didn't have enough power for that one to reach Payton. Well shielded by Thompson, hauled back.
Rudy Vat.
You mentioned he would be up for the occasion.
Rudy Vat is going to get a talking to, I think, again.
He got a yellow card.
Yes, a yellow card in the post.
Using some pace might be the key. There's a twisting and turn in this Celtic's light defence inside out. Things are settled eventually. Here's Petter. Striding forward.
He's still got that unmistakable low centre of gravity run, Bobby Petter. Just so distinct. I think the communication with the St. Roch's players has proven key here in terms of their knowledge of each other's game.
Yeah, play with each other week in, week out, whereas the select team, as much as they've all played for the one team, different eras, different ages.
Good header out by Yogi Hughes there. Oh, a touch from Petter. Different class. On his knee.
You never lose it. Payton trying to help that one forward. No one providing the run for it. That one's held wide. Too far wide, though, from Connor Irvin. Unable to find his man on the far side. Here's Tosh McKinley.
Good dummy for McDonald.
Intentional or not.
Oh, that's definitely. I think he meant that.
Peyton has tumbled over there, just ball straying too far away from him.
By the way, you cannot underestimate the pain of going down in a challenge when you're a few years on, shall we say. I know this from 7-a-sides on a Tuesday. You feel it a lot more. When you're 21, 22, you could just bounce back up.
Brilliant, intricate play, and it's
great covering
clipped
from
over by Ferns. Good covering play though.
Yogi Hughes.
That man again there did the defensive work. I think it was going beyond Fox. It was going into the net. But Hughes not made that intervention. It's well taken down there. McGrillen showing off some good skills up against Yogi Hughes. But the intelligence and the experience of Yogi to put it out off his man.
Yep, used to watch him play for Falkirk before I was allowed to go and watch Celtic. My mum didn't let me go through to Glasgow when I was 12. Understandable, perhaps. But yeah, saw Yogi Hughes play for Falkirk, along with Brian Rice, Richard Cadet.
I think he's one of the first faces in football I ever actually met in person. I was from up north. I was 8. I bumped into an Inverness reserves match.
Oh yeah,
John Hughes
that's cool.
Actually, he was Inverness manager at the time. Good work from Peyton. Picks out the pass.
Offside.
A bit too eager was Tommy Johnson. Just straying beyond the Roch defence.
I've just realised Frank McAvenny seems to have voluntarily joined the coaching staff.
What insight do you think he's offering right now?
I mean, the guy's an absolute legend.
Doesn't matter what he's saying.
He's the reason I support Celtic. It's as simple as that. He scored in that Scottish Cup final, and everything changed. That's why I'm standing here talking to you.
Poor you. Here's McDonald.
St. Roch's team. St. Roch's team getting a bit of patter from the Celtic support.
Oh! Unlucky there. As we say, it's all a bit of fun.
Add that to the highlights reel.
Well, the highlights reel and a bloopers reel. Ready and waiting for on this one. Good dummy there.
Dummies.
From Irvin. It's missed by both men. Can Slee keep it in? Yes, he can, if not for the crunching tackle. Round the keeper, and
that might have been a hand there. Might have been a hand there from Rudy Vata.
Combination of Vata and the post.
I know. I think he's giving a penalty.
Penalty kick.
Yeah, I think it was a hand from Rudy Vata.
He said he had that competitive edge, desire to win.
Well spotted by the ref, because we're up high.
No need for a VAR.
No, but we're up high. I thought he might have missed that, but.
Up steps Dawn, the captain.
Camley put away.
With a cushion finish. To put St. Roch's 2-0 up against the Celtic select. And it's looking like a whitewash here.
Well, Rudy Vata didn't cover himself and go to there. Determination to keep the ball out of the net, but unfortunately with his hand as well as his foot.
There's such thing as too much determination.
Well, at least the referee spotted it. You like to think that these things are. I don't know who that is.
You care who that is?
That David Elliott.
It's him.
Pat McGinley on as well.
Good work, Marvin. That was a late one, and he's got a bit tangled up there. Marvin's kept the move going.
Nice.
That's some nice work from Scott McDonald to be earmarked before the game.
Yeah.
As a player who could look to try and cause something. We need to try and cause something soon, as it's been all the candy so far.
Need to get a goal back before half time.
We've got the coverage back. Sorry about that brief delay in the action.
Was the penalty missed? I have no idea.
No, we got the penalty.
Fighting over throw-ins is always a good sign in a game of this nature.
Patient play there. Here's McGinley. Vata. Oh, he's been pickpocketed.
Maybe a foul? I would say that's a foul.
You would be thinking that one was a foul. Just cut the legs of the Albanian. As you'd imagine, the players are past their playing days. There's got to be plenty of substitutions, plenty of rotation to ensure the game keeps going at a decent pace.
There's kits for me and you as well, by the way. Aye, right.
I'm just fine up in this gantry. Good work from Chanley. Through for Payton. Can he get it over his man? He gets
Saw the intention.
Defender, but intention was there, but keeper was there to grasp it. A nice play here, Slee. Can I play him behind for Thompson?
Oh.
Thompson.
Good touch and hit.
Palms of Scott Fox. See the candy keeper doing lunges over there, just waiting for someone to test him. Some good work there. It's a shot off, and that one's wide of the mark.
I think Celtic definitely need to get Scott McDonald into the game more. He's kind of in the periphery of things.
See what they're trying to do, bring a bit more energy out of the team.
I just thought he would have been. I thought he would have been up front, but he's playing a kind of like
the defense has been getting run
deep
ragged.
line midfield position. You're asking quite a lot of Tommy Johnson and Andy Payton up front there.
Here's McDonald. For Petter. Just gets that one lost in his feet. Contains possession though, that's the main thing.
Oh, what a ball.
Hooks it over to Lynch. Johnson, that one stray. He's not had his greatest game so far, Johnson. to get a bit more involved.
Oh,
well cut out by McGinley. Asking for options to come short. Goes for the long ball. Can't find Johnson with that one.
I have to say, when we first saw the pictures of where we would be today, I was fully expecting it to be biblical rain. We'd be getting battered about standing here, but it's actually a really nice day.
I'm lucky to stay under the shelter.
Yeah.
Payton helping it on to McDonald. Johnson for McGinley. Check Charlie. Petter trying to dictate where he wants his front runners to go, and he's almost carved out a brilliant move.
Tell you what, that was a really good move. That was,
Inventive stuff.
yeah. Finally
Again,
again.
they haven't tested the keeper yet. There's not been a real shot on goal. You might hear some expletives coming from the St. Roch goalkeeper there. Emphasis on clearing the ball.
It's a family show. It's a family show.
They've basically shown him where to go.
Oh,
Scott
save.
Fox has sprung into action to make the save. The pressure might not be over yet. It's Urban. And he's hooked that one over the bar. That one was always rising.
Mm-hmm. I think encouraging signs there. Interchange play between McGinley and Charnley.
The defence was... See there, they showed them where to go. They all went left.
You can see the football intelligence is still there. It's just they've not got quite got the speed of yesteryear. Oh, another save from Scott Fox. He's keeping it respectable here.
Vata can't get a hold of it. Here's McGinley. That's a stray pass. And they've worked this one well, St. Roch's. Well defended though. Here's Scott McDonald. His marker staying with him all the way. Unable to unleash.
He was asking a lot of Bobby Petter.
He was asking quite a bit from his wide man.
20 years ago, Bobby Petter's getting that.
Now Scott McDonald gets in ahead there. Andy Payton with a sliding challenge. Here's Petter, who's offering the run. You can see Payton making his way into the middle.
Charnley screaming for it in the middle.
Scott McDonald weaves away from his man. Tries to show off a bit of skills. Those might not come too naturally anymore.
Oh, no.
And he's played the pass behind. Does well to keep it in. Well, I've done well to keep hold to the ball there. Petter doing well under pressure. Takes it through his man's legs. And that was a high foot on Petter there. Taken quickly. Just behind Peyton there.
I know it's obviously Celtic bias, but I would love to see one of these guys score today. It'd be absolutely amazing.
Who do you think's looked most likely so far? There's been a lot of positive runs from Peyton.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just like you said, breaking that last line of defence has proved difficult because they are pretty
I think
organised.
someone just has to have a go.
Yeah,
Like perhaps Scott McDonald here. It takes a nick.
yeah.
That's going to be comfortable for the keeper to collect.
Keeper's done his hamstring.
And he's done his hamstring collecting.
Finally called into action.
Yeah, it took a deflection. It might have. You can see Jerry Taylor down at the bottom looking. I'm not worried about his chances in goals today. If Roch's keeper's tearing his hamstring. And the keeper is going to make way. A quick change in the net. Will that offer up some more scoring opportunities for the Select?
Well, we'll soon see.
What a way to bow out of the St Roch Centenary match.
Well, he got what? Half an hour?
Didn't need to make a save. Not the busiest of games. Vata
Well dealt with.
just has to send that one back to his keeper. Doesn't want to make a critical error like he did for the.
Well, he also needs to watch himself disciplinary wise because he's probably on the verge of a yellow card. That's a great touch.
Scott McDonald tested really subbed on keeper.
Going for the Hollywood goal there.
Second attempt that.
I know.
Someone needs to take
Well,
a chance though. No one's been willing to do it so far. Peta with a cute pass into Peyton.
Turns into trouble.
There you come the Rock. Here's Irvin. Thompson. Good work to step in there.
Check Charnley. Keep up.
Check Charnley.
Ref even.
Referee struggling to keep up with the pace of the game so far. Good work
Great
from
touch
Peyton.
by Peyton.
Did the pass to match. Is it going to happen here though? Just keeps it in play. Gives it off to Johnson. That for Scott McDonald. Johnson wants it back and he wants to let fly perhaps.
Charnley's got a dig in him, by the way.
Though.
It's not going to happen here, but he can hit a ball.
He's going to opt for the left-footed cross. He does, and that one is cleared with relative ease. Andy Peyton has some words about that cross. Some quick feet there.
Take the corner.
And it will result in a corner. The first of the game, I believe. For
Yeah.
either side.
No, they got a corner. They got a corner. St Roch's got a corner early doors. Joe Miller to deliver.
Miller hangs it high. On a plate for Peyton. It's just a
I
shame
thought he
it's
was gonna
backwards to
overhead
go.
kick it.
Chance is still alive though. Here's Johnson confronted by the Candy
Great
defender.
ball by Miller. Oh,
They're not letting up though. McDonald. Who's it going to fall to? St Roch's.
disarray in the St Roch's
Just-
defence.
A stramash in the St Roch's defence.
Oh, he was
And then they
fortunate there.
They might come away with the ball though.
Very fortunate to take that off
As they push up
Charnley.
the park. Celtic Select look knackered. Sizing them up at some great feet. What a
Absolutely
tackle.
world-class tackle from Rudy Vata.
Brilliant from Rudy Vata there. Peter, as he just held back. The referee deems it a foul.
Scott McDonald has Chick Charlie on his left.
Chinks inside. Good work from McDonald to Johnson. St. Roch's defence well organised though. You do a bit more alert, a bit more aware of your surroundings in the final third than that to bypass these defenders.
I think 2-0 at this stage in the game is not bad for the Celtic select, considering the opportunities that St. Roch's have had. Could be worse.
Scott Fox has been called into action a good few times the last 10-15 minutes. There could be more for him to attend to here.
Calmly dealt with by the Celtic defence.
Here's Payton. Does well to maintain possession.
Joy to watch, by the way. Joy to watch.
Peter just with a heavy touch.
Oh.
That's a hard one there.
I do love this determination from Andy Payton. Does not want to get beat.
Did you expect this?
Yeah, no, it doesn't want to get beat. It's good.
There it comes. It's flicked on.
Oh.
Body on the line there.
Well held by Tommy Johnson. He's got nobody with him, though.
Doesn't matter if he meant it. He still kept going. His feet began to fail him at the end there.
Lack of support as well. There was nobody there with him. Are the substitutes of James Allen, Saul Davies and Bems secret weapons for Celtic here?
Well, they've all still got their training jackets on, so I don't think they'll be coming on anytime soon.
Tactical, perhaps.
Here's McGinley.
Touch from McGinley, though.
I think someone's just got to have a pop from range. They haven't tested the keeper yet. Just on off the bench. Wasn't expecting a start, but there's his first test. And he claims it, and Andy Payton's been flattened in there. It's a nice play from the Roch.
I was going to say well read by Chick Charlie there, but it wasn't.
Lining this one up. Drinks away from his man.
He's looking for a goal.
Look at the pick out of that corner.
Oh,
Fox
save.
into action again. Some good work from McGrawan. Created the space, created the chance for himself.
By the way, Scott Fox. Done well.
Some nervy moments in the beginning, but he's been really keeping the deficit down so far.
For sure. Not entirely sure what happened there with Rudy Vata. That's a good clearance from Fox. Scott McDonald's got the pitch in front of him.
Do we have to pace to counter here? McDonald's, he's got Payton looking to go for the middle. Vengeance. Unable to find the net though. Fully
2 or 3 yards
couldn't get
just
to the
short
ball.
of a shot there, I think.
Yeah, Johnson to his left. You think that was the option? I think Payton was the right pass.
I don't want to do these guys a disservice and look up what age they are just to make them feel bad, but you've got to account for that when you're watching them trying to run on to passes like that.
So Roch's just passed that around the Celtic select.
Missed by Yogi.
Not fully cleared.
Opportunities there for
Wayward
St.
pass,
Roch's.
though.
Oh, that's a great ball from Joe Miller.
McDonald.
Oh,
Just nobody home, nobody waiting at the
that's
back
not
post.
who you want to be putting the ball into the
Get
box
onto that
there.
one.
It's not Scott McDonald's game.
So often he was a man getting on to the end. Of
Absolutely, yeah.
a pass like that.
Joe Miller, though, looking to get more involved. Got to think he's not going to play the second half as well. Andy Payton's given everything, though.
It's a good ball there.
Is that a corner? Is that a corner? Yeah, it is.
He's going to get onto that one. Keep it in play. Here's Miller. As well to shift that one away. Still going with the ball.
Well played from Joe Miller. Switches play where
There's Johnson. Good.
Unreal.
Oh, McDonald. He's still.
Oh,
he's turned
man.
it wide.
That's where you want Scott McDonald. Definitely. A really good touch from Tommy Johnson there.
He's been the man that's been making things happen so far in this game.
He'll be disappointed with
Give
that,
him
won't
goal
he?
with Tommy Johnson.
That was a chance.
The assist deserved a goal.
That was a chance.
The bottom left corner was asking for it.
Decent ball.
It's a nice play.
Oh, gets a shot away.
From Johnson. They're starting to test the keeper.
I think a few chinks in the armour there and the defence starting to show.
And the referee calls an end to proceedings in the first half. 2 goals in the early stages of the first half gives St. Roch's the 2-0 lead against the Celtic Select. It's been an encouraging end to the half from Select despite lacking that goal. But at the moment, St. Roch's 2, Celtic Select 0.
Yeah, I wonder how the management will look at it and if they're going to make much changes.
Who are you looking to bring on off the bench?
Well, I mean, you've got who have you got? You've got the music stars who may
Got
or may not
the
have
music stars,
who may
Roger
have
Traveller.
45 minutes in them or not. You've got Tommy Sheridan.
What we're going to do is we're going to jump to a quick break, and then we'll be back with you for more of the action in the second half.
The old man said.
There we are, half time here at James McGrory Park. You can hear the music playing in the background. 2-0 to the Candy at half time. Celtic's like, they looked up for the fight though, but at the start it was pretty much one-way traffic, wasn't it?
Yeah, they conceded that early goal, and I think I put them on the back foot after that. And then obviously Rudy Vata, Mr. Determination, gives away a penalty with a handball. I did wonder whether the ref would spot it or not, but Eagle Eye Cherry got it right with that call and dispatched calmly by the St. Roch's player to put them 2-0 ahead. So, and to be fair, Scott Fox has played really well, and it could be a lot more. So they're doing well to keep it at 2 at this moment in time.
Yeah, Scott Fox has been doing a good damage limitation job in goals. He's probably played the most goals in this Celtic team. You'd expect that. He's made some good saves, especially down to, like, been a good one down to his bottom right corner a few moments ago. But we saw in the sort of middle to latter stage of the second half, the Celtics started to create more chances. The starting goal gets substituted off. The keeper comes on. You would be thinking that perhaps a bit more long range efforts to try and test the keeper, because the defence is looking pretty hard to break down.
They are. They're well organised. These guys obviously play together regularly. You can hear that from the shouts in game. The Celtic team are a bit of a cobbled together bunch, but they're still looking to play the ball and get it on the deck. And there's been some good interchange play with Chick Charnley, Pat McGinley, Andy Payton, Tommy Johnson. It's just, you can just see that last few yards of pace they need in the final third to get it away. Good chance from Scott McDonald after a nice back heel from Tommy Johnson. That he could have done better with that. I think he'll be disappointed with that.
It's a sort of chance he would have finished off perhaps maybe 10 years or so ago. That chance was begging to be finished off. But you mentioned Scott McDonald. We mentioned him before the game in our pre-match coverage that he would be the man who'd probably be most likely to make something happen.
Yeah.
In that Celtic select team. And how influential has he been? He's even been picking the ball up from deep and getting the attacks going forward.
Yeah, I've been a bit frustrated at the fact that he has played so deep, because you think he would maybe be the last line. They're relying a lot on Andy Payton and Tommy Johnson up top, and asking a lot of them as well. Whereas if you push Scott McDonald up maybe a bit further, then you'd maybe be able to use his nous around the goal a bit better. But we're not the management team, and I'm sure that they've got a bench of guys to come on in the second half, so there might be some tactics behind that.
Yeah, you've got Willie Hawkey and Jordan Clark there. I'm sure they'll have a few things up their sleeve for that second half. But has there been any players who've surprised you so far in that Celtic select team?
John Hughes. I mean, I haven't looked up what age he is. I know he's probably north of 50 anyway, and he looks really, really great, in great shape. And I mean, the pitch has caused him a bit of bother at sometimes in terms of the passing, and you can sometimes make someone look stupid. But I mean, we could be made to look stupid on that pitch. It's just the way the ground is. But no, I think he's played well. I think Andy Payton as well. Really, really impressed with Andy Payton. I've enjoyed watching him.
5 state points and that attack.
He definitely doesn't look like he wants to get beat in this game, and that's in any Celtic side. You always want people in your team that don't want to get beat, and he's certainly one of them.
It's a shame we don't have VAR in order for this game. I'd love to get a closer shot of the penalty call for John, because I thought it hit the post initially, but it was eventually given as a penalty. St. Roch's have looked probably a better team over the portion of this 45 minutes so far, but there's players on the bench for the Celtic side that could perhaps make a difference. Could it be one of the music stars? Could James Allen of Las Vegas come on and be a difference maker?
What a story that would be.
Do you know what position he played in his playing career?
I think he was right mid, and that's just off the top of my head. I don't remember for sure. Certainly don't remember seeing him play. I got to know him through the band in like 2007. I think I saw him very early on as a support band, Las Vegas, playing to about 20 people, and then they went on to sell out the Barrowlands and play Tea in the Park and support U2 and all sorts. So but he's a mad Celtic fan, and this will mean a lot to him to play in this game today. His partners here is his wee boys here and his sister as well. So it's a big deal. I mean, as it would be when you get to play for a Celtic team and you're essentially just a fan. But it's pretty cool that.
Well, it's been an entertaining first half. There's been a lot of fun, a lot of hard tackles. You've seen a lot of players tumbling over as well. Players still trying to get used to it in the early stages. But we'll be ready for this second half of action very soon. Thank you very much for joining us so far. Over 1,500 last time I checked. Thank you everyone for joining and getting involved, and we'll be back with you for the second half. Rushing on for a photo opportunity.
Yeah, I'll get off the park just now. Security intervening.
Well, we know what Brendan thinks of security stopping young ones getting on the
Oh
park.
yeah, that was great at Livingston. It was a really good moment. A lot of cynical people thought it was a staged scenario, but no, I think that was definitely
propaganda.
I think that was definitely legit. The wee guy got absolutely taken out by the security at Livingston. He was about, I think he was about 12. I'm just looking around to see if there's been any substitutions in the Celtic side.
Any substitutions?
Yeah. An unknown player is taking centres. Is taking unknown players taking kick off with Bobby Pettit. I can't actually make out who that is. Apologies. No.
What a surprise that is. Brendan Rodgers here to try and inspire some hope into the Celtic select. That is, if he's not distracted by the plentiful people popping up for photo opportunities down on that touchline. I think we've had some reinforcements called upon.
You're going to have to forgive us on our lack of knowledge on the substitutes because we genuinely don't know who has been brought in. Brendan's brought him in the taxi.
Here's Scott McDonald. Gives out to the wide man. Looking to perhaps pick up pass.
Oh, come on, Tommy Johnson. You need to do better than that. You're better than that. Come on.
Misses the mark with that one.
That was a gift.
That's exactly what they needed to get
back into
the game.
A goal at this point in the game breathes life. Looks like Joe Miller's switched wings.
They hold up the play well. You think Brendan Rodgers being on the touchline could perhaps inspire St. Roch's to want to stick it to them even more?
Maybe.
The Celtic manager there, let's push on even more. Could have the opposite effect as to what the slide might have been looking for. It might just do that. Not as far as John Yogi Hughes is concerned.
John Hughes sleeping there.
Off the ball there, perhaps a bit too easily. Cushioned header there. Here's Pettit.
Actually, in saying that, looks like they've pushed Joe Miller up front with Tommy Johnson.
Like that one up, and it's a tame volley. Will be easily claimed.
Yeah, no Andy Payton for the second half. Disappointing from a personal point of view.
His tempers were flaring.
Well, I don't think he had the second half in him, and that's no disrespect. He put in a shift.
Into the back.
That was fair and square for me. That was fair and square. Yeah.
He's going to try and pick it a pass.
Vata short with that.
Looked like he was lining up a a long one, but he's opted for the man closest.
Well dealt with by the Celtic defence.
Shepherded back to Scott Fox.
I wonder if St Roch's will be happy with it staying like this, or if they'll push for more. I mean,
I think it's a game for charity. They'll be wanting to put on a show.
well, it's their 150th anniversary, so.
Yogi goes for the short pass. Bobby Pettit and Scott McDonald, two of the survivors of the first half, sticking out for the second. There's good work from Chick Carnley. He's got space to let it fly here. And as JP
Decent,
mentioned, he's got
unlucky.
a dig on him, but
He has. I think he was a bit too far out there, and there was too many St Roch's bodies in the way to get a shot away.
here's Chick Charnley. Patient play from the select. Can he keep it in? Joe Miller? No, he can't.
I was asking a lot of Joe Miller there. I think moving Joe Miller up top could be a good move if he can provide sort of final balls to whoever's playing up with him. He's playing with Tommy Johnson, so that's a big ask of those guys up front. It's a hell of a shift. And just as I say that, the both of them are coming off.
Commentators curse they call it.
Yep.
Some more of the reinforcements looking to make things happen. Here's Chick
Have a
Charnley.
dig, Chick.
Oh, he's maintained the ball though, despite that slip up.
I thought we were going to see one bend into the top corner there. Bit of youth being introduced to the Celtic side though.
A couple of the reinforcements. Braun, as I mentioned, a lot of the Celtic select team are past their heyday. Can the youth inspire something?
Well, certainly gives some legs. This is dangerous though. Just as they think they've got a bit of impetus in the game, St Roch's could easily get a third and kill it. But one for Celtic brings it back to
Well held up by McDonald. Doing well there. It was crowded. He just made the space himself. It's well cut out though. Not a lot of action so far in the second half. Can Thompson make something happen? It's well cut out. Good tackle by Rudy Vata. McDonald.
oh, that's really unlucky.
Too much. No, it was offside. Just offside.
I'd like to see that again with a line
See
drawn.
the protests on the touchline. It might just be Jenny Taylor.
Was that strong protest there for a?
I think it was just Jerry
I
Taylor.
got right. Okay. Frank McAvenny returns to the dugout, looking every inch the superstar. Shades. Posing for pictures with young fans who definitely don't remember him as a player.
I think I've just saw the flashy jacket.
Yeah, immediately.
This man's important. Sign my top. Yeah, there's some pressure on the keeper there. Look at that one fly. It's a good ping for Scott McDonald. Down on his chest, on his right foot. Can he make the chance?
I think he's missed his opportunity there. He has.
It took a bit too long just to steady himself there, did Scott McDonald.
Did get a corner of it though. That was unexpected.
Who can get on the end of it? It's gone all the way over.
Not a lot of height in there for a corner.
Much from these corners. Can check Charlie pull one out there. Opts to use one of the younger faces on the side. Here's Charlie. Lay that one up, and it's a stray effort, that one.
Certainly asking questions of St. Roch's. There's no doubt about that. I think there's maybe a goal in this Celtic team.
To mention a bit more impetus in the second half.
Can see James Allen and Saul Davies exchanging words down there, hoping to be on the park, able to make a difference.
Who should they be trying to convince though? Would it be Brendan Rodgers they'd try to convince? Would it be Willie Hockey, who is the manager at the end of the day?
Well, I genuinely don't know if Brendan Rodgers likes his music or not. I don't know that particular fact about the current Celtic manager, who is mere yards away from us as we speak. But they're going out to warm up. Saul Davies, Bems and James Allen. So
no Jerry Taylor though.
Could be heroes.
Who do you think gets on the pitch first at the music stars? Do you think it'll be James Allen?
I would have thought with his football and past, he's a shoo-in to get on first.
There's a quick throw from McDonald. See the pitch is starting to come up a bit.
Oh.
Oh, that's some tricky feet there. That's some
Henrik somewhere in Sweden, Henrik Larsson is laughing at that Chick Charnley touch there.
Oh, the cross there was not far off it.
Rudy Vata looking to orchestrate things from the back. Serious face.
Another one of the survivors from the first half that hasn't been hooked.
Even if he was told to come off, I don't think he would come off.
You can see that determination right there. Brilliant from Chick Charnley as well.
The young substitute there being offered words of encouragement from John Hughes.
There's plenty of runners offering options in the final third. Just need that one goal, and then a bit of hope will come around the team. The game will be a bit more competitive. Here's Peta.
Bobby Petter's looking for movement up front, but there's very little happening there. I think St. Rochs are happy to play their way through this.
Here's McQueen. Dodsworth's been dispossessed. Now here come the select. Good ball in behind. That one taken down on the thigh.
Celtic ball.
That'll work for Celtic select. Throw in. Now we're going to have some substitutions going on here. It's going to be Chick Charlie making way. There's footballers who you just only refer to by their first and second names. It's Chick Charlie.
Tell you, Chick Charlie did well.
Some shift. You saw him line up a couple of efforts from range.
Great to see Frank McAvenny giving him a hug off the park there. Oh.
Scott McDonald on his chest. And he's been flagged off despite his...
That was offside.
Attempted effort. It didn't look on offside from...
A little bit suspect there.
Up in the gantry. Here's Peter. McDonald.
Oh, it's a penalty.
For the select. And it is a penalty for the select. And this could be the route back in it.
Of the stone wall variety, I would say.
Absolutely. No VR needed. 100% more clear cut than Yogi Hughes' apparent handball in the first half.
It was Vata, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was Yogi's handball.
Was it?
Yogi's
right.
Handball. And who's going to step up to take it?
And finished with a plum. Rudy Vata.
Rudy Vata stepping up to take it.
No messing.
I thought one of the younger recruits had pushed Scott McDonald off penalty taking duties, but you wouldn't say no to Rudy Vata.
Judging by what Paul said earlier on, I think Rudy Vata was always taking a penalty in this game. So, we have a game.
We have a game on our hands now. This could be the route back that we mentioned about 10 minutes ago. It was just one goal that was needed for the select to spark some life back into the game. And perhaps the inclusion of Bems warming up could be the key to sparking some life.
You never
into
know.
the game.
You never know. They're there for a reason. And there'll be fresh legs when they come on. Tommy Sheridan delivers it to Bobby Petter. Words I never thought I would say.
Here's McDonald. Hangs that one high. Can they attack it on the end of it? It's claimed by the keeper eventually.
The intent was there. It was a
James
decent
Scott
effort.
perhaps may not have been expecting to get involved in this game with his starting keeper getting subbed off. Good work there. Scott McDonald can help his man down wide.
He got away with that
Heavy touch.
touch.
The move continues though. Here's McDonald. Oh, a bullet header with Tommy Sheridan.
Wow.
And the keeper's fumbled.
Wow.
Of all the Celtic heroes in the lineup, I don't think we would have expected
Maybe
a flying
would have
header
fallen
from
off
Tommy
this.
Sheridan.
I would have fallen off this gantry if he'd scored that goal.
Sheridan's making things
Lines
happen.
up for Rudy Vata.
Someone's got to have a go. The keeper spills it, but they got
By the
out of
way,
trouble there.
there's an
It was a nervy
equaliser in
moment.
this. There's an equaliser
most
in this if
definitely
we want
equaliser
it.
in this game. I think someone in the crowd thinks Aaron Moyes playing in centre midfield for the Celtic Select.
I think Aaron Moyes probably sunning himself somewhere right now.
And that cross is stray. And Acsom's own. Jerry Taylor's getting a run out. I don't know if that's the wisest move with the Select 2-1 up. But we'll see what Jerry Taylor can offer. Jerry claimed before the game he was the school goalkeeper. He was that good at a young age that he got moved up to the senior level before
I tell you
breaking
what,
his finger in a trial at Darvel, which ruled out chance of a
that's
footballing
good
career.
background knowledge, James. Fair play. It doesn't look out of place, so
We'll be hoping his background as an actor, being on the screen, performing on screen, will perhaps serve him well in front of a big crowd.
podcaster, goalkeeper, plus actor. It's a Garth Marenghi reference. Anyone listening?
So Roch's looking at a player of trouble. Look at his sleeve been pickpocketed by Petter.
Tell you what, I think he candidate for man of the match.
The new recruits have been inspiring some life into the Celtic
Oh,
Select.
that's a goal!
The equaliser for the Celtic Select. A cute finish, tucks it underneath James Scott.
Wow.
And you said there was an equaliser in the game. There most definitely was.
Mm-hmm. Struggling to comprehend what I'm seeing right now as James Allen stands next to Saul Davies from James, sharing patter with Brendan Rodgers, the Celtic manager. That is currently what I can see.
It's the great thing about charity games.
So mental. And as Bems prepares to come on, as a second half substitute for
There's
Celtic.
Jerry commanding his area there. Keepers was the cry.
This is not an alternate universe. This is a football match taking place in Glasgow right now.
Only today could a team managed by Brendan Rodgers, Tommy Sheridan almost scoring a bullet header. Here's Petter. Petter back
Petter
up
wins
and
the
back
ball
in
well.
the fray. Winning it back, the referee will play the advantage. Here's McDonald.
Kills it.
We line up a shot, Scott McDonald.
Don't mind that. I don't mind that from-
Swerving wide.
Don't mind that from Scott McDonald. Deserves to have a
More
crack.
chances like that. You'd imagine if there's another penalty up for grabs, he'll be the man to step up and take it as
He'll get
Bems
wrestled
takes
out of
to
the
the
way.
field. Bobby
So-
Pettit was breathing heavily and he's going to make way.
Jubemi.
Bems, not much is known about Bems' footballing ability.
I certainly don't know anything about his football
We'll
ability.
find out
James.
very, very soon.
I do know that he's a lovely, lovely guy, though. I've known him since he was probably about 17, maybe something like that, 16, 17. He was the opening act, a gig I was working at the Cat House, and
Tommy
it
Sheridan.
was better than the headliner, genuinely. I'm really pleased to see what he's done as an upcoming musician.
I was modelling the Celtic third kit, which I've seen plenty of people sporting that kit
Yep.
in attendance here today. Speaking of kits, how nice is that?
He wore it on like a BBC session as well. I'm sure he wore it at a festival down south in front of like a good few thousand people as well, wearing the Celtic strip.
Well, it's this Vata lining this one up. Can we get some quality? It's Vata. And that one was always rising high. And eventually there was a bit of dip on it. It was too far gone.
Saul Davies from James preparing to take to the field for Celtic.
As says James Allen, can the music stars make the difference? Here comes Slee down the right, closed down.
St. Roch's still very much a danger, though. No doubt about that.
Bems getting into the fray there. Good tackle. Here's Tommy Sheridan.
Well kept in. Oh,
Did he keep it in play? The crowd and the linesmen don't seem to think so. Well, we mentioned what sort of effect Brendan Rodgers being in the dugout would have on the game. It seems to have had a positive effect for the Select.
the whistle's happening. Brendan Rodgers whistle. Wow, man. Wow. So good. Scott McDonald making way.
Scott McDonald coming off.
Did he? Oh, he just missed that. Apparently, Jerry Taylor received the yellow
I
card.
think Jerry Taylor's just been booked for showboating. Descent is the technical term.
Descent. Wow. Wow. That's the only booking of the game.
The only booking of the game. Well, he's going to have a free kick to contend. After all the showboating, he can't let it go in. Oh, what a free kick!
Oh, dear.
He's picked out that corner spectacularly. Brilliant finish from Eddie Ferns. And St. Roch's.
I believe I said about 2
back
minutes
ahead.
ago they were still a threat in this game, and as has been proved.
After a spell of domination from the Celtic Select. A fantastic free kick from Ferns. Finds the Candy back ahead. And you can see there now, James Allen, Saul Davies, the music stars are on. Can they bring the Select back level again? Davies, that's a straight touch.
Heavy touch from Saul Davies.
Here's
Well,
Vata.
considering the way the game could have gone in the first half, to be getting beat 3-2 in the second half is no shame. I mean, it could have been 3 or 4 St. Rocks in that first half. That's a good
They could
ball.
be back in it
No.
here.
Well
He
played
failed
by
to
the
get
keeper.
round and he got a touch on it as well. The keeper was just a bit too close.
Paul Byrne now in his football manager attire. Showered and changed.
Making an appearance back at the park today.
Ready for a Guinness after the match.
Here's Davies. And the pass easily intercepted.
Doesn't look out of place so far, Saul Davies.
Oh, Tommy Sheridan bullied off the ball there by the goal scorer Ferns.
I'm sure St. Rocks will want to sit him down at some point in the second half.
There's Jerry Taylor with the throw for Vata.
Good touch.
Defence splitting pass. Oh my word. Almost found the goal. And what a way to respond to a brilliant free kick that would have been.
By the way, I think I was off the gantry if that had gone in. 100%.
Wide of the net.
It's amazing how Celtic at any level, you just want them to win. Like, I went to see a B team game a couple of weeks ago in Edinburgh, and you've got that kind of willingness and drive, and just you want to see them do well.
Thank you to everyone tuning in live. 1,600 watching live at this current moment. Keep getting involved in the chat. Be sure to like this one as well. Share the stream around. It's all for a good cause at the end of the day.
There's a free kick or a corner? Corner, okay. Jerry Taylor's got his work cut out for him here.
How can he command this area?
Oh dear.
Not very well.
James Allen on the attack.
James Allen.
Calmly dealt with by John Hughes.
Vata back for Taylor.
Nothing crazy, Jerry. Nothing crazy. Just
composed playing the game.
Oh, he's got it.
Scott. Retrieved by the lead man. That was just stray. You could hear the studs connected there. Carrying on the move though.
Dispatched by Yogi Hughes. Doesn't take any prisoners.
That was still in play, much to St. Roch's protests. Here's James Allen. Looking for his
and he found them.
Fellow band member on the far side. Oh, and Tommy Sheridan putting himself on the line there.
Tommy Sheridan not getting any change out of the ref there. Celtic playing with a bit of zip here, but a final ball let him down.
He's onside here.
Oh.
Celtic defence at sea. And it's 4-2 to St Roch.
Rudy Vata is not happy at that.
Not happy with his defence.
Not happy.
Defence.
Screaming at the referee.
6s and 7s there.
Screaming at the referee. Yeah, unfortunately, we can't offer you VAR review of that particular moment.
Close calls in this game. A couple of contentious decisions.
I mean, he did kind of look a mile offside. I didn't.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
And Bems is off. Scott McDonald. Is that coming back on?
Yep.
Short-lived spell in the park for Bems. Couple of
Well, I
crunching
think
tackles.
they need the attacking.
They need two goals in these
to get
late
back.
stages of the game.
I mean, Scott McDonald's obviously indicated he's got some gas left in the tank, so.
Oh, it's taken down. Looking for a second of the game. The
Touch.
chance is still alive. Who's waiting in the box? Scott McDonald's in there.
Oh, what a
That's
goal!
a bullet header. Scott McDonald with a flying header. Back on the pitch a matter of moments. And in amongst the goals
Well,
for the first time here at James McGrory Park.
Was that a master stroke from the management team of Celtic there? Scott
wise
McDonald
move from-
returns to the fray, replacing a defender, putting on an attacker.
Well, he's looked like scoring all game and he finally gets it.
We've seen that story before at Ibrox. Hudson Edward.
And now
I
they
think
just need one within one.
Scott McDonald deserved that goal. He's played well today.
St Roch's goal to make it 3-2 and 4-2. The first, a moment of magic. The second, a calamity at the back.
I tell you what, by the way, what a game. Like, it's brilliant.
Well, the crowd have got their money's worth. And the crowd will be no funny business, Rudy Vata.
Oh!
What down there, and the tension's heating over, and there's a booking.
A
handed
second
out.
booking.
A second booking of the game. The first booking, Acsom's Jerry Taylor. The second, for St Roch's.
Celtic looking to capitalise. The momentum is with them. Carberry.
Can this let carve out an
Oh,
equaliser?
Rudy Vata, you're not going to
And
be
it's
happy
Vata
about
of all
that.
people with the mishap.
That's Carter Vickers against Lazio there,
And
isn't
here
it?
comes St Roch's. It's McGrillen. And he's just hacked down. The referee sees nothing wrong with it, though.
Slack from Yogi Hughes, uncharacteristic.
Does he make up for it?
Redeems himself.
Is it a
Celtic
corner,
ball.
goal
Oh,
kick? And it's going to be a corner.
corner kick.
And it comes unclaimed by Jerry Taylor.
That'll be in
He's
his
released
highlights.
that
That'll
one
be in his
quickly as
highlights
well.
reel, aye. Definitely.
And now this select will look to move it forward. Here's Petter.
Asking a lot there.
The former Celts are back on the field and they're linking up. Here's McDonald. Oh, it's not dealt with by the St Roch's defender. Here's McDonald. Deft delivery.
3-3 here at the James McGrory Park. Correct?
4-3.
4-3. Have I missed a goal? Oh my God. I got carried away. Oh, of course. Of course, that what the offside one. Aye. Right, okay.
Just the one goal in it, though.
Thanks, James.
And with the added firepower that the Select have brought back on, combinations of Celtic stars, music stars, all looking to make things happen. Here's Bobby Pettit. For Las Vegas is James Allen. He's done well to get inside. Gives it away to McGrillen, though.
Well dealt with by Carberry there. Joe Miller returns to the fray. Yeah, Joe Miller's just returned to the fray for James Allen. Bem's looking to come back on.
Bem's looking to come back on. His previous spell in the park. Couple of good tackles in there, looking for more of the same. As a flare goes off at the far side, not sure what for. Oh, there's a header flicked on. Claimed by Taylor. Here's Sheridan. Pettit. You can see the pyro over on that far side. Here's McDonald.
I'm pretty sure the Celtic team will be glad to still be in this tie.
So Roch might
given
the
Scott Fox heroics in the first half, and there's only a goal in it.
Carberry had to get to that one, and he did.
Plus, they now have a podcaster in goal for them, so. I think that's Pat McGinley looking to come back on. Not a bad move. Thought he played well in the first half.
Here's Galasso. For McGrillen. Can they cause some trouble? Vata's on the floor. Well defended by Scott McDonald. We mentioned he was everywhere in that first half, and the work rate hasn't dropped in the second.
Bobby Pettit hanging on to it a wee bit too long here. Whoa!
Getting a bit unhappy there was Bobby Pettit. I know this
Bobby Pettit not happy here with the attention there.
He's got a man at the back post. Might not need the man. Shoves over his defender. Gets a shot off. Brilliant save from
Unlucky.
Scott.
Wee bit of needle there with Bobby Pettit and one of the St. Roch's players.
Things starting to temper starting to flare over. Select desperately seeking out that equaliser.
Oh, they've made up. They're friends again.
That's all good. Heat of the moment sort of thing.
Saul Davies of James leaves the park. Happy with his contribution.
Didn't get too involved in the game, but enough for himself to be proud of.
Yeah. Receiving plaudits from Brendan Rodgers. A real thing happening right now. Saul Davies from James exchanging pleasantries with Brendan Rodgers.
It's Scott McDonald. That one's cut out. You can see a couple of people looking for signed kits on the side. How nice is this Celtic Select kit they're wearing right now?
It is really cool to
It's a
see them
tribute
wearing it.
to James McGrody, the final kit won in James McGrody's final season as Celtic manager.
That's a nice touch.
Here's Petter.
I think the word from the bench is that there's still a goal in this game.
Who's going
Looking
to get
for-
it though? Will it be Scott McDonald?
Oh.
He snatched at that one. He saw his name in the headlines there.
Don't mind him having a shot like that. You know he can hit them. Scored some brilliant goals for Celtic. Remember the one at Ibrox?
That's that.
On the turn?
I was about to name that one.
Oh.
Turn and finish at
Unreal.
Ibrox. Crazy finish.
That's what I'm saying. I can slightly forgive him for Park.
I was going to
Oh, there
mention
we go.
Alex a late goal, but it's too little, too late now for the Celtic Select. Full time here at James McGrory Park. It is St Roch's 4, Celtic Select 3. Goals galore here at James McGrory Park.
Yeah, fantastic game. Really enjoyed that. These type of games you're not always guaranteed goals or even entertainment, and I think we got both of them today. So
It's been a while in the making. Thanks to everybody who turned out. 1,000 people in attendance here and 1,600 sticking with us throughout the 90 minutes. Thank you all for joining us. We hope you have all enjoyed. We sure did covering this one for you. And we'll see you on Monday for the Acsom Bulletin.
cheers, James.